It's wet, it's windy, and that's just here. It's drizzling at Anfield, but hopefully it's not a big picture. Hopefully it's going to be sunny today, because today we have the first leg of the Champions League knockout rounds and also the Cup final. Hello there, folks, and welcome to part 11 of Season 2 of our Liverpool save on FM20. And as I've just alluded to, it is time for one of the biggest episodes for a long while. We'll play at home in the Champions League first leg of the first knockout round against FC Porto. That is followed by the first cup final of the season. Technically, we did play in the Super Cup final and the Club World Cup, but domestic, that's the word I was looking for. The first domestic cup final of the season against our big rivals, Manchester City. But before we get into that, let's have a look at how we've gone on since I left you guys with the Man United and West Brom game. And the good news is that we haven't conceded since then. The only bad news is that we have had one draw against Crystal Palace, but we'll come to that in just a second. Out of the 5 games, we played a pretty much full-strength team after that 1-1 draw against Bristol, and we beat them 2-0, fairly easy win. And then we had 2 wins, firstly against West Ham, not much of a surprise, and then we beat Arsenal by 2 goals. It was 1-0 for a lot of the game, but Alex Teixeira, a rare appearance for him, he did get a goal 94 minutes in, but Arsenal were really going for it in terms of their fouls, and as you can see, we dominated shots, we had 2 clear-cut chances, and won that game by 2 goals. It seems the camera's alright, and I am wearing, if I look at, I'm wearing a super dry jacket. It's that cold, I'm wearing a super dry jacket. But I suppose that makes Tracksuit Manager sound a little bit more authentic. And then we went away to Selhurst Park to Roy Hodgson, who you would have thought would have done us a favour. But to be honest, Crystal Palace set them up absolutely fantastically, really. They played really well. Had a lot of the shots, to be fair. It was a fairly even game. If you looked at that, not comparing the two teams, you would say that perhaps Crystal Palace would have won that game. So they played very well, a 4-4-2 formation, 2 banks of 4 simply. They have got Scott McTominay, which I was going to have a quick look at. Is he on loan from Man United, or they bought him permanently? No, he's on loan from Manchester United. How's he got on? He's played 2 games. But to be fair, though, that's since January, so it's not too bad for him. And then after that, we made sure we didn't make it 2 draws in a row. We went away to St Mary's and won that with 2 goals from our wingers, Salah and Lainez, in the first half. And this is how the Premier League table looks, with how many games to go? 11 for us at the moment. As you can see, at the top of the table, Arsenal are completely out of it. They're a team that were top of the table at one point, and they've really dropped out. And actually, no, they weren't top of the table, but they've really dropped out of it. Manchester United have bottled it as well, and they've dropped out of it, and so have Everton. It's not all over yet, but we're 5 points ahead of those two. City have got a game in hand, which actually goes on tomorrow night in game against Brighton. Again, not the easiest game in the world, but if they win that match by more than 2 goals, by 2 goals or more, they will get top of the table, and we are joint first with Man City. But no Premier League action today. We'll focus on that in the next few episodes' time. But we have this Champions League match, and so, for those of you who can't remember, let's have a look at how we've gotten in the Champions League. And of course, if you do go on to enjoy this episode, a like is really much appreciated. It does make a massive difference, although you might not think it does. It makes a huge difference. We did draw level on points with Barcelona in the group stage, but the only reason we didn't beat them is because on a competitive record we only went and beat them 1-0. They beat us 2-0 at the Nou Camp, so that's the result of us finishing second in the group. We had a really good draw, it is fair to say, against Porto. Let's find out, we can see if we can find them. It's going to be the last group we look at. You watch. A, B, C, it's not B's 5, F, there we go. They topped Group F. Porto, Ajax would have been a decent side to face. They lost 1 game against Anderlecht, surprisingly, and drew 1 game against Ajax, but apart from that, a perfect record, 12-2 on aggregate there as well throughout those 6 games. We haven't played them in the save yet. We did play them a few years ago in real life. It was either when we won the Champions League or last year. I can't quite remember the year before. We beat them anyway. But in game, we haven't played them just yet. So let's see what sort of opposition they are in this game. We've gone with the bog standard team, really. Alisson, Robertson and Alexander-Arnold with Van Dijk and Matip in the middle of the park. You might question why we're not playing Laporte as much anymore. He's not played too much this year. I mean, he made 9 appearances just in the second half of last year. But as you can see, his average rating is 6.88. When we can play that to Joel Matip's average rating, you watch, it'll be less. I mean, it's 7.07, which obviously is a clear difference. And he's very solid at the back. And ultimately, under these 2 at the back, we haven't conceded for 6 matches. So it'd be a little bit silly to put anybody else in there, in my opinion. Sander Berge is a player that has tailed off a little bit recently, I'll be completely honest. He had a decent start, and his average rating, yes, is still 7.01. But lately, I mean, apart from that Bristol game, he had a 7.2. We had 7s against Leicester and Chelsea. But to be fair, apart from that Norwich game, he's not really been anybody who's shone since that point. So in the calendar year, he's not really shone. But he gets his place anyway at defensive midfield in this game today with Milner and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield. Milner, who I don't think I said, has signed a new 1-year contract. He played 15 games this year He's actually on his 23rd cap for us this year. Then he's got a new on-year contract. His form is just unbelievable. An average rating of 7.14. He just scored the odd goal, scored against West Brom, as you would have saw on camera. I mean, pretty mediocre matches here, it has to be said, but still puts in a performance. Always tries his best, and that's why he's there. Oxlade Chamberlain there as well, not much of a surprise to see him. And then the front three, Salah, Mane and Firmino. Salah, I think our top goal scorer in the league, but overall Mane is our top goal scorer. But Bobby Firmino has also scored a fair few as well. Let's have a quick look at how many Bobby scored. He scored 7. Is that just in the league? Yes, that's in the league. Scored 12 overall, though. I think Salah has scored 15. I think Mane has scored 16. It's fairly close between the two of those. But we'll have to see how we get on against Porto today. It's only the first leg. I do always prefer playing the second leg at home, to be quite honest. I prefer playing the first leg away from home, but that's the way it is. They're playing 2 banks of 4. Alex Teller's been a player recognised. Nakajima's a former F1 driver. Thomas Partey's that. Bloody hell, I'm surprised he's there. But not really many players that I recognise. Pretty much an unknown, really, when it comes to this team. We're going to tell the lads that we're the favourites to go out there and give a performance worth cheering for. Again, we haven't done the Champions League for a while. Obviously, it's been since December that we haven't played in the Champions League. So it's been a big run since. We've actually gone past the record of games undefeated. I think we're on 32 games undefeated, which of course is a record. In real life, Klopp's team beat that, I think. I think they're on about 33 or 34 now. But we are catching them up and doing an absolutely sublime job. By the way, that's on all competitions, so including Premier League, of course, the 2 games in the Club World Cup, and all of these games as well. So for us to continue that, we've got to go and win the Carabao Cup in the second game in today's episode. But first off, I thought I'd show you this first leg. Pretty important game, of course, against Porto. But Mane over an early chance. Seems to have been quite end-to-end, to be honest. But Salah into the box for Virgil van Dijk. What a lovely finish from this solid boy, Van Dijk at the back. What a beautiful goal that was. And, okay, they might have missed headers, but Salah, a nice assist from him. It's Van Dijk's first goal of the season. I think Matip scored 1 or 2 as well this year. Was it a straight corner from him? Salah into Mane. Mane put it back out to Salah. It was a second-time lucky thing, really. And that, wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful volley from Virgil van Dijk. And that is the kind of celebration that I'll go onto the pitch to have, because that is an absolutely beautiful one. Our Porto, I was going to say Armani, but okay, Armani, I suppose. Are Porto going to come back into this, or are we going to get a quick second? Salah runs the length of the pitch, and as usually happens on FM this year, they run the length of the pitch and they have a rubbish shot. They don't square it, it's just greedy. And to be honest, it's a bit of a waste of a highlight. Can we make it 2 cut corners and 2 goals? Let's see. Chamberlain on the edge of the box again. Back into Van Dijk. Van Dijk, the playmaker today. Van Dijk, decent ball in, but actually, because Van Dijk was attacking, there's a bit of an opening that's been made now. But because their number 10 was going to be offside, that is why he scrambled back to avoid being offside. But a good ball from Robertson through to our men, but it doesn't really get anywhere, unfortunately. That's the only risk of playing with direct passing. It does give the opposition quite a bit of the ball. But based off previous matches, it doesn't seem that giving the opposition much of the ball has been much of a problem. But we've got most possession today, quite surprising. But Mane, again, with a weak shot from there. But it is 1-0. That's a result, and I hate to be negative and I hate to be boring, but it's a result I would take here. I'd take a win of any sort. Ideally, we want to avoid Porto scoring. I mean, they're going to go and score now. Thank God for that. Because whatever I've said in previous episodes, it seems to happen right away. Unless I say that we're going to win 6-0. It doesn't seem to happen. But oh well. Porto over corner. Puts it in. Sander Berge, the solid man there, getting it out. But they've got another attack potentially here. But we are so good on the counter. I mean, we've had the most possession. Pardon me, as I've just said. But Salah running up again. Another weak shot. To be fair, it was closer this time. And it was further out, surprisingly. But not too bad. We've had plenty of shots. Plenty of chances. No clear-cut chances as of yet. That's important. But let's see if we can add a second before the break. Robbo. Good ball along the wing to Alexander Arnold, who's come central. Good ball to Salah. Nice spot there to Firmino, and that's just a poor shot. That is a really poor shot. Even though Firmino was offside, it's a poor attempt from there. No doubt about it. Take on the Van Dijk instinct. Just boot it. Put your foot through the ball. Don't try and place. Just put your foot through the ball, because that just works sometimes. I appreciate you've got to place the ball sometimes, but sometimes you just have to put your foot through the floor. No, your foot through the ball. If you put your foot through the floor, you wouldn't get to the ball. Anyway, Nakajima on the wing. He just gets dispossessed too easily by Alexander Arnold. We've got a really good squad here. That's something that is clearly shown by the amount of matches we've won, ultimately. I'm not a genius. I'm not an FM genius. To go 30-odd matches unbeaten is something that's a real credit to the squad. We've got them playing a certain way, which seems to be working against teams. So that we can be attributed with that. But ultimately, it is the team that is most of Jurgen Klopp's doing. We've made a few changes to that team. The only change, actually, from today's standpoint in this first 11 is that Berge is playing rather than Fabinho or somebody else. But we've made a few subtle changes again. Balotelli's coming to the club, and we're giving Shaqiri more chances than Klopp does. So it's not just continuing Klopp's legacy, although I will accept that if we do go and win the Premier League this year, that we do owe a lot to Kloppy for, of course, building this side. But ultimately, you've got to play the team right. You've only got to look at Manchester United, for example, of when that doesn't work sometimes. But a good ball in. Firmino has a shot. Back to Salah, and Salah, that is desperate. Really is. We could have had 3-4 goals because they've all been tap-ins. The keeper's not really had much to do, though, because we've just not got them anywhere near at all. A real poor game for Oxide Chamberlain at the moment. It just hasn't turned up. But there might be a chance here. Well, who knows? He might just go and get a goal. But one of their defenders on a yellow card, and they're just giving away the ball far too easy. That's it from Mane. But unbelievably, there's just a curse today. We just cannot seem to score. I mean, if we'd have scored most of these chances, I mean, that's dreadful from Mane. Just put the ball down, man. But no, we're not very clinical today. Mane and Oxide Chamberlain having a poor game, so we'll bring both of those off. We'll give Shax a chance, as I said before, and we'll give Fabinho a chance. We'll have to move this around a bit to put Fabinho in defensive midfield, Berge as a box-to-box, and Milner as an advanced playmaker. But let's see if that makes any change. The two men, they haven't played too well today. Not Mane's finest day, but he can be forgiven because he's had plenty of good games so far this season. Just one he hasn't turned up at. One, you know, it's the same really for the Ox. But 1-0 to us at the moment. It's a decently comfortable result, but it has to be said that, I mean, Robertson's got a yellow card, so I don't want him getting sent off, plus the fact he's pretty tight, so we'll bring Gitter on, and Alexander-Arnold's playing fairly well, so we don't want to jeopardise that. Good ball into Salah, and we make it 2-0. We've got that comfortable goal we need. That is what we need. We're going to praise the lads. We've done our job, really, here, I would say. We're going to change the opposition instructions, because who knows? Sammy Lee, the assistant, might have some changes to make. But that is exactly what we needed. 2 goals from set pieces. Not our strongest, really, set pieces usually, but a good header from Salah. Goalkeeper just going and not really doing much else. But we praise the lads. 24 shots compared to their 6. Granted, a lot of them have been off target, and we've not been very clinical today. But if you don't buy a ticket, as they say, you won't win the raffle. That's a bit of a FIFA throwback there, isn't it? But 55% of possession against Porto is that what the opposition team have had. But they've not made it work, and they've been really sloppy, it seems. Amazing they've still got a better pass completion rate than us. I mean, their tackles is the same with us. So I don't know what they've been watching compared to us, but that Shaqiri shot is a little bit more like what we'd like to see. Just aggressive, putting his foot through the floor, making the goalkeeper make a save, getting a corner, which clearly we've been quite strong at today. But Porto just have not been in this game so far. And a 2-0 win at home. Fact that they haven't scored an away goal yet as well. If they score an away goal, things become a little bit more edgy in the next episode. But if we can avoid them scoring an away goal, it makes things a lot better. Equally, if we hadn't got a third here, that would just put the icing on the cake. Shaqiri, though, running with the ball, puts the ball to Salah. Can Salah get a second of the day? Not quite. Alexander-Arnold, he can have a sniff here. Salah into the box, and it is a save from their keeper. And with that goal that Salah scored, I think, I might be wrong, I might be getting my figures wrong, we'll have to have a look afterwards, but I think he now goes to joint top goal scorer in all competitions with Sadio Mane. Interesting, but a 2-0 win is looking like what we're going to do. We're going to go another match unbeaten. I mean, no threat from Porto at all, which is very nice going into the second leg. Get a goal at their place, and they have to score 4. Could happen, but you just simply never know. Let's have a look at home first. There we go. Sadio, I was going to say, well, I was going to go for Sadio and Salah at the same time, which I suppose would be sadder, but there you go. Let's have a quick look at the... how do we get to this? Stats. Where is it? Selection info, possibly. There we go. Goals, 16-16 for those two. I mean, 12 for Firmino. 7 for Balotelli, to be fair. Obviously, less appearances from these. But obviously, their assists have been key as well. And James Milner, 5 and 5. 6 assists from 6 assists from Robertson. 8 from Alexander-Arnold. 3 from Henderson. We're doing well. And we've got a real team that are playing over 7. There's a few that have been poor this year. I mean, Texeo's not really had much of a chance. Neither has Keita or Origi, to be fair. But Linus has been a little bit disappointing. Henderson's played well when he's played, but we'll have to see if he comes back. But the next thing, of course, is the EFL Cup final. So let's go and do that. And hopefully, we'll be celebrating with 2 wins and another competition, which will be our 3rd of the season. And let's check this. I don't actually know how many competitions we'll have won because we did so well last year. How many trophies have we won at this point? We have won... Where are they? Career milestones. Competitions. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, our 7th competition after all that is what we're going for. And hopefully, I mean, it'd be best team to do it against, isn't really Man City. But let's see. Can we go and win the EFL Cup? Well, it's not the biggest competition in the world, but in terms of matches and matchups, there aren't many bigger than Liverpool against Man City, particularly in the current climate. We go for 9 EFL Cups. Man City going for 7 EFL Cups. Last time we got here, of course, was 2016, where we lost to Man City. That was Jurgen Klopp's first final, actually. We haven't won this competition since we beat Cardiff all the way back in 2012. We're going for 9. I don't know who the... Actually, we've won it the most times. So, again, we get to extend that advantage if we don't go and win today's game. I don't think there's any of our lads particularly... done anything special, to be honest, so far. Of course, a lot of these teams have to play first and second rounds. Not the most amount of football play, but as you can see, I mean, Adrian, throughout the competition, has conceded 1 goal. A very nice run to get here. We've played some pretty tricky teams. We played Chelsea and Man United, not conceded a goal against them. And funnily enough, it was Leeds, who have done terribly in the Premier, we actually conceded against. But Chelsea and Man United we didn't concede against, and hopefully that continues in today's game against Manchester City. The team for today, 2 changes from that match against Porto. We've got Adrian in goal. He's played in goal throughout the competition. He deserves this chance. And Henderson is in, Captain Henderson, as a bit of a figure, I suppose. A bit of a figurehead. He is the captain, and he deserves a chance in this fight. It's his first game back from injury, but his match fitness is fairly decent, so that's absolutely fine. Milner, of course, is in, the Ox, and the front 3 as expected. Let's go and do this. It's going to be a tough game against Man City, as it always is. We gave a good team meeting before the match. I said to the lads, come on, we want to go and win this. And they completely agreed. Let's go and do this for the boss. They love me. They love me, the players do. But look at that Man City squad. That is scary. They are playing like we are. A cup goalkeeper, Bart something Dravovsky, who was a Fiorentina goalkeeper before. He's only played 2 matches for Man City. This is his 3rd match. So I think this is definitely a player we can try and close down. Let's be passionate. Let's say to the lads, there's a trophy on the line. Go out there and show everyone your born winners. I love some of these new chants on FM20. Not chants, I suppose, but team talks. And they are a bit different, aren't they? They're more specific to the game, and that's what I absolutely love. We're only going to get positive against Man City. I think if we go too attacking, we'll simply be exploited. But I'm looking to see how this Man City goalkeeper gets on. But 3 fouls from us already. Not the best start, but no goals just yet. A good ball from Alexander-Arnold to Salah. Into Firmino. Ooh, very nearly makes it 1-0. The shot actually cannons off Mr. Stones. And we are going for... I mean, if we go and win this competition, we win the league, and we win the FA Cup, we've won all the honours that are possible in this country. Which I've never done on FM before. Bear in mind, never in 2 years. Obviously, this is achievable. The league's achievable. I don't know about the FA Cup. But I suppose we've got to go and win this match, or else the other 2 are pretty pointless. We're going to go do it all inside 2 years. But City have got a chance. They might have something to say about that, I have a feeling. But a few former City players, of course, playing here. We've got James Milner. In fact, only James Milner, to be fair. Laporte's on the bench. We're not playing him because, again, Matip plays as we've justified before. But City have got a chance. Dybala with a shot, but a real poor shot from Dybala. And as it's been hinted, obviously, we've played some pretty good teams in Chelsea and Man United. But Adrian has played very well in this competition. And Salah is going to get himself sent off here. That is a real shock. And one of the players you would absolutely not expect to get a booking. Well, this makes things awfully tricky. Really does, because we haven't got the wide men. We're one man down. We're only 10 minutes in here. Do we put Mane up front? I think we have to. We can't have one wide man. You can be a deep line forward on support. We'll have Mane as I suppose a poacher, really. I don't think he did so badly there. You're going to have to defend Henderson a bit more. You're a box-to-box, that's fine. And I think you can just be I suppose a Mazzara. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. But again, you two are just going to have to be no-nonsense fullbacks. We are really going to just have to try and win this match by being very shrewd defensively. And getting the ball up when we can. But I'm really disappointed with the attitude of Salah there. 2 yellow cards within 10 minutes. We'll definitely have something to say to him afterwards. I mean, yes, he's turned up for the occasion. I completely understand that. But this makes winning this game a hell of a lot harder from the outset. Although, that being said, City haven't really made the most of it too much so far, but we are very much down in terms of possession. I mean, 33% is a lot lower than even we usually expect. But Chamberlain with a run on the wing, a beautiful run, cuts inside, this could be a chance. Chamberlain, don't muck it up, son. Chamberlain runs the length of the pitch, and again, it's too many. There must have been at least 3 or 4 of those just in today's episode. I'm going to have to be cautious, to be honest, because we are going to be exploited by Man City. They've got that extra man, and to be honest, against most teams, they look like they've got an extra man anyway. Cancelo into the box, good clearance from Robertson. This is going to be a very much backs-to-the-wall performance. Something that we're not used to as Liverpool manager, it has to be said. And I'm really disappointed in Mo Salah. I really am. We're a man down, but ultimately, wherever that man falls, it's not going to be the best thing in the world, particularly in a final. That is really disappointing. Cancelo still shoots and it's wide. Yeah, I'm just really disappointed with him. Luckily, it's not a defender, but it's still a man down. And we've had to change our formation. We haven't got the 2 wide men. That's going to be a problem now. And we'll just have to see if we can be lucky. And that's a beautiful ball, by the way, from Alexander-Arnold. That's what we're aiming for. Chamberlain, just get the ball into the box rather than shooting. And, yeah, I mean, he's had the shot again. It's just not good enough. But we have kept Man City out for now, which is pretty praising. And to be fair, even though they've had a lot of... I'm going to shut up, because they're going to go and score now, and it's really going to poo-poo on my pride. But a lovely ball out from Oxlade-Chamberlain. If Mane can somehow get this, he can. Come on, Mane! Come on, son! Mane, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Shoot, man! Oh, just wide, unlucky. Good save from the keeper. But that is the sort of opportunity we have to get. And I honestly think we are in this game. Let's be passionate. Come on, we're a man down. We can still get a result, though. It's a very tricky one. But if we want to go and win this competition, that is exactly what we are going to have to go and do. This is going to be interesting. Can we hold out? We need a goal, obviously, but can we hold out? 35 minutes to go. We're not going to make any changes just yet. I'm happy with how things are going at the moment. Mane gets dispossessed, but there's a free kick, actually. And this could be a problem for Man City, because Man City are also down to 10 men. Wow. 2 red cards in a final. And crucially, there's the defender. Well. Okay, this makes things a little bit more interesting. Is there a goal in the football? No. This makes things a bit more interesting, doesn't it? Well, they've been given a yellow card, 2 yellow cards. He's off, so all of a sudden it's back to normality. But I think we are actually just going to stick with that counter-attacking play, because I don't think it's done us too badly at all at the moment. But both sides are going to be a bit cagey here, no doubt, because again there's the cup on the line. We haven't actually made any subs yet, have we? We might need to experiment with that. Firmino's knackered, so we're going to put Balotelli on for him and change these 2 around and put Mane potentially as a false 9. I don't think that's going to be a bad thing. But you as a Trequartista as well. It is bloody windy out there, isn't it? My God. Any other changes? I think we're going to keep it at that for the moment. We might leave it till 10 minutes to go to make any further changes. Obviously, we might have extra time. Again, that is... I mean, we're going to praise the lads, because we've done a very good job. We've been down to 10 men for a long time. And we're doing very well here. Not the cup final, I don't think that any of us expected to see. We wanted a more exciting game than this. It's going to be one with fine margins. I just have a feeling that City might just sneak this. We've not really offered too much. We've been very good defensively, but will that crack with 8 minutes to go against City? João Cancelo beats Milner. Henderson putting the pressure on. Dybala has a shot, and it is just wide. We're going to make another sub. We're going to make it Milner for Sander Berge. We're going to put Berge as a defensive midfielder. Just put that bit more energy into the defence and have Henderson as a central midfielder. But as I said, at the moment, it is amazing, really. There's still not been any goals. I hope it's not going to be one that's sorted with a few minutes to go. Robertson wins it back for now, but City still have the ball. Bernardo Silva. Henderson win it back. Unlucky. Walker. Good pressure being put on by Andy Robertson. Ball into the box for Aguero. Aguero gets it out. Fiorentino with a shot. Get it out. No! City have scored. But is it offside? The referee has blown his whistle and it's been ruled out. Oh, get out of jail free. Just about. Well. No more subs to make at this point, I don't think. It's extra time. It's 0-0. It's really going to be a fine margin match. But we're going to tell the lads, dig in. Give everything you've got. Let's go and do this. Let's have a look at what we can do at this point. I think you can go on full back automatic. A little bit further up. I don't mind that. Now, Mane. To Do we effectively play like a 4-1-2-1-1 like this? I think that might be a bit better. Ox can play there, can't he, surely? Not very well. But I don't think Shax can play there very well either. No, he can, actually. Okay, Shax it is then. Shax will come on. Last substitution for Sadio Mane. All our front three have come off brutally because it's windy out there, ain't it? Bloody hell. Because it is the fault of the man, the myth, the legend, Mo Salah. I don't want to play all the blame on him. We're going to play Shaqiri there. Balotelli. Let's see how we get on, shall we? It's the first half of the second period, if you like, the extra time period. And let's see how this goes. We've got a little bit more attacking. Is that going to be to our detriment? On our City, really going to pile on the misery now. Phil Foden puts the ball in. Matip gets it out for now. The problem is, of course, we've only got 2 men up front. And one of those includes an attacking midfielder. It's a system we're not used to whatsoever. We're used to a lot of men up front, which is why City are really dominating at the moment. Kyle Walker. Bad ball. Shaqiri. This is what we need to do now. Come on, Shax. Play the ball up. Shax. Good ball up to Balotelli. The former Man City man to break the deadlock. Did he not break the deadlock there? Oh, that is cutting. Oh. We haven't had many chances today. And that was really close. Oh, I think we just need to... I know it's putting pressure on the lads, but I think we do need to just demand more out of them. That was the sort of chance that looked very good. That was solid. I mean, the attack's going to be fairly narrow, isn't it? Because we haven't got the wide men. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was very, very close. I mean, City have put a goal in. And this has been very close. But for the moment, it is still 0-0. Look at how much Man City are dominating. How we are staying in this, I do not know. And it is the second half of extra time. If we make another sub, I don't know if it's 4 you can make at this point. Yes, you can. So that might be worth doing, actually. I mean, the 2 central backs have played solidly. We're going to bring Ita on for Robertson, I think. That is what we're going to do now. Because, I mean, I don't see the point of being another attacking player on. We've got 2 of those on the pitch. Just need a bit of cover at the back. And hopefully this works out well. And I'll tell you what, for the last 10 minutes, we might as well just go counter. Might as well just go cautious. And see if we can hold out 0-0. And just hope that we go and win on penalties. It's not a stylish way to do it, but it's the way we've been forced to do it because of that sending off for Mo Salah. And after the 220 minutes, unbelievably, there hasn't been a goal. And it is time now for penalties. Right, we have to be careful who we pick here. Salah's also been sent off. We haven't got the best players on the pitch, admittedly. We're going to have Shax to take the first one, followed by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Balotelli third. Henderson fourth. Trent's going to have to be fifth. I'm not sure of that. Not particularly, but that's the way it goes. Van Dijk sixth. Berge 7. Ita 8. Matip 9. Adrian 10. That's the way we're going to go. Going to watch this all, of course, in director mode. Or do we just go behind goal? No, we're playing director. It's Man City who have drawn the first penalty. It's Aguero against Adrian. This for the EFL Cup. And Adrian saved the first one from Aguero. What a way to start. Can Shax put us 1-0 up quickly? Come on, Shax. He does well when we play, and we said that afterwards and before. But what a beautiful finish that is. What a striking penalty. I think their goalkeeper got a hand to it. Might be the problem. I mean, he's only a young goalkeeper, I think. It's a bit of pressure to put on him to try and win a penalty shootout. But he's been saved again by Adrian. I'll tell you what, he wants a clean sheet here. Not only in the game, but in this penalty shootout. Oxlade-Chamberlain to make it 2 from 2. Make it very hard for City to come back. And it's in. The goalkeeper's gone the right way, to be fair to them, twice. John Stones, the third man. Not great. Can Adrian save a third in a row? Can he? He can't. He goes the right way, but Adrian concedes the first. But he's saved 2. Mario Balotelli, the 4-Man City player. Can he make it 100% for us? 3 out of 3. Balotelli with a penalty. So scored. Converts the penalty, and Man City need this. They need to score. Who is it who's taking the penalty? Phil Foden. Oh, ouch. Phil Foden to keep City in the final. Adrian, if you save this, the drinks are on me. Really are. Phil Foden shoots and it's in. But it's not Adrian this time. He's done his job. He's saved 2. Score one of these next 2 and we win the EFL Cup. And it's Jordan Henderson to step up. Surely, Captain Fantastic Henderson. We criticise him quite a bit. But If there's one man I'd put my faith in to go and do this, apart from Milner, it would be Henderson. Can we go win the EFL Cup with this penalty? Henderson puts himself up, the chance to make himself a hero. And he saved it! The keeper saved it. Oh, I mean, we've got another chance. But is there another twist to come here? I'm going to have to take a drink of my water. I just see it now. I'm on the pitch. I'm with the players on the pitch. Begging that Adrian saves this or Florentino makes a mistake. It is certainly a time to score. Yes! Adrian saves! We've won the shootout. We have won the EFL Cup. Absolutely fantastic. We lift the trophy aloft. And if there is one man that we attribute that to, it has to be the man himself. The man who has played fantastically throughout the competition. And that is Adrian. We go on the pitch. We have won. That is the man there. The third one back in the green. Adrian, who has won us this match. Simple as. The defence have won it this match. Salah very nearly lost it. And okay, Zinchenko getting sent off might well have potentially won it for us. Pardon me. But we hold the trophy aloft. Fantastic. Not the best game in the world. We had to be cagey. We had to be defensive. Another clean sheet. Okay, no goals. But that's not really much of a surprise. But that is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to be passionate. And that was brilliant. And we're going to tell the defenders... I mean, yeah. The defence just helped us secure the win. Really did. Adrian, I mean, he's putting pressure on Alisson for that start. If Alisson wasn't doing as well as he was, Adrian would be starting every game. Clean sheets against Man City, Man United, Chelsea. But there you go. We've won the Carabao Cup. We've won the Super Cup. Of course, we have won... What have we won? We've won the Doodah as well, haven't we? The Club World Cup. So actually, we've had a treble so far this season. That is absolutely awesome. And long may that continue. Another win against Man City as well. I'm pretty happy with that. Brilliant. Celebrate a treble, actually. We lift the EFL Cup. I mean, Aguero and Silva. Shocking to see both of those miss. And, well, there you go. Florentino Luis missed the penalty. The lads get a bit of a bonus. Don't mind doing that at all. We've been awarded £100,000. Salah's been banned. He's accepted a fine. I think that's absolutely fine. Medals. Great to see players like Chiravella, Jake Kane. Those getting medals for this competition as well. They played well. That is fantastic. 26 medals. There we go. Omar has managed to get some silverware for himself, so he's happy with that. Delighted with the club vision. Again, one silverware, and that's exactly what we've done. That is I'm chuffed at that, and there we go. Jones, they're very happy with us. Doing great things for the team. Robbie Fowler has labelled ourselves an outstanding leader. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. We've qualified for the Euro Cup 2. I mean, we've qualified for the Europe, which is great. But ultimately, that will be passed down in the league, I would say, because it's fair to say we will probably get into this. We'll probably get into the top 4, and after that, we've really got to go and push on. We really have. I mean, we've scraped for another match. Absolutely fantastic. 3 games before the next episode, and it's going to be a role reversal, just the way it is. We're going to play Man City again. Fingers crossed, not down to 10 men this time though. And then play against Porto in the second leg of the Champions League. A game against Chesterfield, would you have it? Chesterfield, non-league club, lowest left club in the FA Cup. And with a win against them, we get into the quarterfinals. That would be massive, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's go and see if we can win all the competitions this year. In the Premier League, Man City won their game in hand. There's been some teams that have played this weekend. We don't play until next weekend against Norwich. But what an episode. Another trophy for us. Absolutely fantastic. If that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. I'm chuffed with that. I really am chuffed with that. It's cold, but the adrenaline pumping has just increased my temperature just slightly. But if you have enjoyed that, as I said, leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts. Nearly whacked my glasses off then. And subscribe for regular Football Manager content. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you all later on. Goodbye for now.